Welcome back to my channel. In this world, everyone loves God. We always worship God, we pray God, we love God. But sometimes we forget to love our fellow men, other men, our neighbors, citizens, and friends. So here we are going to study a poem. The name is Abou Ben Adhem. This poem, let's first discuss about the main theme or summary of the poem. The main theme of the poem is based on a person or character named Abou Ben Adhem. Abou Ben Adhem was a very kind-hearted person. He always loved and helped his fellow man. So one day he was sleeping and he was dreaming. He was in peaceful dream. He was dreaming a peaceful dream. Suddenly his room was filled with the bright moonlight, and he was awakened and find that an angel was into his room, and the angel was writing a book of gold. Then Abou Ben Adhem asked the angel what was she writing. She replied that she was writing the names who love God, who loves God. Then Abou Ben Adhem asked, is his name was there in the list? But the angel no. That means he said that no, there was no name of Abou Ben Adhem in that list, the list of this person who loves God. Abou Ben Adhem was very shocked and disheartened, but he requested the angel to write his name in the list where people loved his fellow man. And the angel vanished, and it came back next night at the similar time. And then Abou Ben Adhem asked about the list, where the angel showed the list of that person whom God loved. And the first name of that list was Abou Ben Adhem. That shows that if we love our fellow man, if we love our neighbors, if we love the people, then indirectly we love our God, because God lives in the heart of the people. God lives in the mind of the people. If you serve people, if you love people, if you serve our fellow men, if you love our fellow men, God will be impressed definitely, and God will bless us. This is the main theme or the main summary, main story of the poem Abou Ben Adhem, written by Leigh Hunt. Let's study the text of this poem. Abou Ben Adhem, written by Leigh Hunt. Abou Ben Adhem, in bracket, may his tribe increase. That means the poem is started, the poem is open. The poem is opening with a line and with praising the character of Abou Ben Adhem. The poet of the poem is praised the Abou Ben Adhem by saying that Abou Ben Adhem may his tribe increase. That means the people like Abou Ben Adhem may increase in this world. People like Abou Ben Adhem, the kind people like Abou Ben Adhem may increase more and more in this world. That was the wish made by the poet, and that's how the poem started. Then second line, awake one night from a deep dream of peace. One night he was sleeping and he was in deep dream of peace. He was dreaming and saw within the moonlight in his room, making it rich and like a lily in bloom. Suddenly he felt that his room was filled with the moonlight, and suddenly he saw that his room was filled with moonlight, and the moonlight made his rooms very rich and like a lily in bloom. Lily is one kind of flower. That means the flower which are going to bloom, that shows the light, and the image of the room shows is similar like the lily flowers going to bloom. An angel writing in a book of gold. What he saw after awakening? What he saw after awakening from the dream of peace? He saw an angel was writing in a book of gold. Exceeding peace had made Abou Ben Adhem bold, and the room was filled with exceeding peace. and it was very peaceful, and it gives Abou Ben Adhem the bold, that means courage, bold courage, that is the strength to say the courage to say, and to the prince. An angel writing in a book of gold. Exceeding peace had made Abou Ben Adhem bold. What he saw? He saw an angel was writing in a book of gold, and the room was full of peace, and Abou Ben Adhem became bold and courageous, and he says, "What writest thou?" That means Abou Ben Adhem wanted to know what was the angel writes. The vision raised his head. The angel, here the vision refers to the angel, the presence of angel. The angel raised his head and said, with a look of all sweet accord answered. And the angel was raising its head and sweetly and answered, the names of those who love the Lord. And he replied to the question of Abou Ben Adhem, that what was the angel writing? He replied that he writing the names of those people who love the Lord, that means who love the God. And then Abou Ben Adhem asked, and is mine one? Said Abu. Nay, not so, replied the angel. Abou Ben Adhem asked, is there my name in that list who love the God? But the vision or the angel replied, nay, not so. That means no, there was no name of Abou Ben Adhem in that list who loved the God. Abu spoke more low. To hear this answer or reply from the angel, Abou Ben Adhem became sad, but cheerily still, and said, but cheerily, but not becoming very pessimistic, and not becoming very saddened, he replied and said, I pray thee, then write me as one that loves his fellow man. And he asked, and pray thee. That means he requested the angel that please name my name in the list. And that shows that Abou Ben Adhem prayed or requested the angel to write his name in the list of those people who love his fellow men. The angel wrote something in his book of gold and vanished from his room. The next night it came again with a great awakening light. And the next night, same time, the angel came with a great awakening light and showed the names whom love of God had blessed. And he had also the same book, the book of gold, and now he showed the list of that persons whom God loved. And lo, Ben Adhem's name led all the rest. Lo means here used to call attention to something, to show wonder, that means to surprise. And surprisingly, the top of the list, there was a name called Abou Ben Adhem, the list of this person whom God loved. So that shows that God loved Abou Ben Adhem most, because Abou Ben Adhem loved his fellow man. This is the moral of the poem. This is the main theme of the poem. If you love your fellow men, if you love your neighbors, if you love other people, then God will love you. This is the main poem. Let's discuss about some figure of speech of that poem. There is not very much figure of speech because this poem is very short. So there is one iteration figure of speech. Iteration means the same word or same letter of words when repeated more than one time, that is called iteration. Let's find all such examples of iteration in the poem. Number 1, awake one night from a deep dream of peace. Here, why it is example of iteration? Because it is a deep and dream. The word dream and deep. This is a D letter and also the D letter. The letter D is repeated in the word deep and dream. So the repetition of letters in the words is an example of iteration. Number 2, answer the names of those who love the Lord. Here why it is the example of iteration? Because the letter L in the word love and in the word Lord, the letter is repeated repeated in the word Lord and name, Lord and love. So this is an example of iteration. So this is the poem, this is the summary, main text, and some figure of speech and important notes from the poem Abou Ben Adhem, written by Leigh Hunt. So main moral of the poem is that we must love our fellow men, then God will definitely love us. We don't need to be love God, we just love to love our fellow men, our countrymen, the people of this world. Then automatically God will love us. So keep studying, keep learning, take care.